Here we go.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Pen and Paper Pals Fate of the Woods. I'm super excited that we're playing again. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Pen and Paper Fate of the Woods.
Second. I forgot to mute the stream,
I'm super excited that...
Oh, good.
Okay, fixed.
We're in the Ringwood now.
That was so confusing.
Yeah, it's been a really busy 2 weeks for me, so I'm like I don't even know what I'm doing, but I have notes and they will help me through this episode. But I am super excited to play with everyone again. Let's do a quick little check-in and introduction for everyone. And we'll start with DC. Hi, DC. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a pretty good weekend playtesting my game, Mutants in the Night, which is coming out in 4 days.
No way!
Play. Yes.
Amazing.
It's like the playtest version. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to put it on itch.io or DriveThruRPG. I'm leaning towards DriveThruRPG now. But cool. I playtested over the weekend, had a bunch of fun. People are really liking it. Hopefully you'll like it too. You can check me out on Twitter, where all of that information will be released in 4 days.
That's awesome. How are you feeling about the process at this point?
Super confident now that I have played it with 2 very different groups of people.
Cool.
It's working the way I want it to. I think it's going to be pretty crazy.
Excellent.
So, we'll see.
Awesome. Did you get up to anything today? I know it's holiday down there.
No, I
relax.
Explicitly told myself not to do anything, but like hang out with friends and play games.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Thanks, DC. Let's head over to Nox. Somewhere around
here. Hi. I'm Nox on the internet. And today I drank beer and ate hot dogs and corn on the cob.
Yes.
And didn't do my hair. Well, I actually did it for the stream, but I put this thing back on. Yeah. What else?
Cool. I saw that you were thinking about maybe designing a game, maybe? Is that something that's on your the horizon for Nox Noctua?
Yeah, DC's face.
I know.
Well,
there are no game designers here. What are you talking about?
So the 200 word RPG thing, I saw that going around. I was like, oh, that's a good way to dip your toe into it.
Yeah, 200 words. It's easy.
Maybe it's really hard. Maybe I'm doing this backwards. I don't know. But yeah, I had this idea in my head. It's not worked out or anything, of like a game that deals with like loss in relationships, or like loss in really close relationships, like, you know, like a child and a parent or something like that. And using a Jenga tower to, I don't know, fucking do something. I don't know. This is just the sort of like ideas percolating in there, but cool. Yeah, seems like fun.
If you ever want playtesters, got friends.
I think we're many moons away from there, but I will remember that.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Nox. Amir, what's up?
What's up? I'm here. That was amazing, you guys. That was epic. Hi, I'm Amir. I'm Finish the Hat on Instagram. And I've had a wonderful couple of weeks. It's finally summer over here in Toronto, which is awesome. And I'm actually gearing up because I'm going on in Come From Away in 2 weeks from yesterday. And I'm really excited about that. I'm going on for my 3rd character out of the 4 that I know. So as of June 10th, I would officially gone on for 3 out of the 6 male characters in the show. And I just found out 2 days ago that I'm going on in the first week of August. And it just so happened that the 2 people who have taken vacation weeks made it so that my going on in that track in August would be the only version of the show that would require different lines and different blocking. So anybody who's coming to see the show at the first week of August will get to see a version of the show you will not see elsewhere under any other circumstances.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Nice. Well, that's great.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. Like it's a great show, and I get to be a part of it, and I get to play different characters and sort of step in whenever they ask me to do something else. So it's awesome. It's great.
Sweet. Do you have air conditioning in your apartment?
Yeah.
Or are you melting? Oh, you're lucky.
No, I have air conditioning. I wouldn't take an apartment that didn't have air conditioning.
Yeah. Living in
because
Toronto,
now, of course, I have the luxury of like choosing it.
I don't know if you remember when I lived in Toronto, that apartment was like,
oh, you didn't have AC?
No, it was disgusting.
Yeah. I don't. I was just sweating it. I can't. I really can't.
Yeah.
And I come from the Middle East. I literally can't not have air conditioning because all there is heat. It's just, I can't. So, no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think we can all identify with that sensation. The please no.
I'm good please. Now. Like it doesn't get super hot where I live now.
Do you not have air conditioning in your apartment there?
No.
Okay, that's not.
And like it gets kind of hot in the summer, but not unbearable.
No, but Toronto is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I am on the 17th floor, but still.
Yeah. Cool. Well, last but not least, Mr. Dylan.
Hi, that's me.
How's it going?
Yeah, I've been good. I took sort of like a week off from RPG shows to give myself some space to work on things and decompress a little. That was good. Was it not this last weekend, but the weekend before? Was that when we had? That was when we had Becoming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is sort of a playtest of my game that I've been writing for a little while, and Joel is on that. And I'm really stoked with how it went. There are clearly some spots where it's like, this is still a playtest. But all in all, the mechanics are doing what I was hoping they would do, and encouraging the types of play and experiences and questions that I was hoping they would. So that's like, the biggest weight off my chest. Because awesome. I wrote Becoming the first time like a year and a half ago, over the course of a week, where I just like told myself that I wasn't allowed to do anything other than write a game, and I just sat down and I wrote the game, and then I was like, cool, I did it, and I felt super proud, and then I went back and read it like maybe 2 months later, and I was like, this is terrible. No one would want to play this. None of this is fun. And so I rewrote it like I don't know, like 8 months ago or so, over a weekend to get the mechanics into something that might actually be fun to play. And it looks like I've got it there. There's still some things that I need to clean up, but I'm feeling pretty confident they'll have it to a point where I can be like, this is a finished game before the end of the year. So pretty stoked about
Sweet.
that.
Awesome.
And I've been tweeting because, of course, I can't only do one thing because I hate myself or something. But I was watching a show and started getting inspiration for a new game. I was watching an anime and I was like, there's so many like giant robot games out there, but they all suck because they don't really understand what giant robot anime is about. They think it's about the giant robots, but it's actually about the people in the giant robots. So what if I made a game and now I've written like half of a game?
Cool. So
yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with creative stuff, designing new things.
Awesome. Oh, that's great to hear. And I feel like Becoming ran like really smoothly, especially for it being like it was the first playtest ever, right?
Yeah, it had never been played by anyone at all.
Cool.
Wow.
Sweet. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'm like ashamed of the person I'm playing, kind of, but
yeah, Jasper's he's a special boy.
Yeah, he's not nice.
No.
No.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. Knox. I feel like you stepped in at a moment where he was just being an asshole, or
I was
like,
like,
really
oh my god, this is unbearable.
yeah.
Just imagine.
Oh, that was it was that moment. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was imagine the gold. I'm like, no, that hits too close to home.
Yeah, he is everything I hate about the world in one character.
I know that
because I gave him the compulsion of making or amassing the greatest fortune. And so therefore that is like a type of person that I loathe. So yeah. But it's cool. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Dylan. I'm good too. Like I said earlier, I'm really busy. But I won't be in the coming weeks. And Dylan is graciously hosting the show again today. So thank you again. I have time in the coming 2 weeks now to like finally buckle down and fix the PC that I built that does nothing. So hopefully I'll be able to, I am dedicated to being able to stream from that thing.
Did you remember to put a processor in it? I'm kidding.
Yes. I'm worried that I didn't ground myself properly or something and something got fried. But I've heard from a lot of people that is actually not likely.
Yeah, that does not seem likely.
So we'll see. So should we play a role-playing game?
Ah!
I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Literally.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Quick review of last episode. Previously on Fate of the Woods.
Everything's a disaster.
Everything is a disaster. DC, where did we leave Qatar? In your own words, do you remember? I remember what happened. But.
Qatar had just spoken to the chief of the Brightwoods village, which I forgot the name of.
Bristledale Town.
Bristledale Town.
Yeah.
And agreed to destroy the barrier separating the Fey world and the mundane world.
Yeah.
And
that's
going to be a hell of a thing.
Yeah, she's missing some folks that have gotten lost, and she's sick of the barrier. Yeah, and her name's Rosamunda, just to remind everyone.
And Qatar ended up entering the tournament. Did you say that?
She's going to like offer up his name at the festival.
Yeah, that's some shit.
Yeah, I don't think any of the nobility is going to be happy about that. And also, just a reminder, I think I made a note on the Roll20 page there that because you failed with style earlier against the Thorn, I still have a GM move in like waiting for the Thorn against Qatar. So I'll just like bring it out at some point. I have ideas about what that is already. Emmeline, do you remember? I remember what happened. And I'm excited for you to be away from Lord Dickface finally.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so on the last episode of Fate Ventured Time, Emmeline snuck away. She sent some soldiers off to investigate reports of creatures coming out of the Ringwood and attacking the land that she has responsibility to protect. She snuck out to find Marielle, her unrequited love. And the last we left off, they went to sit underneath a tree on a hill, I think.
Yeah, overlooking the kingdom, like the castle.
Air tree or something like that.
Yeah. I actually thought you were going to go check out the incursions, and then you're like, no, I'm going to Marielle. It's like, it's so good.
I have two conflicting goals right now.
I know. Yeah. And I guess who should I turn this to? Because, well, let's get your perspectives on this. Let's start with Belladonna,
Sure.
and then go to Katerina.
When last we left her, she was sitting with a very dismayed Pyotr, who was very upset about the fact that he's possibly lost the love of his life, and she was trying to get him to subscribe to her plan, and she promised him the love of his life in return if he did what she did. And before she could tell him what she wanted from him, she was very conveniently interrupted.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talking to my man, weren't you? Yeah. Katarina showed up at precisely the wrong time, and called out Belladonna as the fey creature which had stolen away Piotr's love into the forest, where she presumably killed her. Truthfully, of course, because Katarina would never lie to Piotr.
Neither of you would.
She's an innocent person.
Yeah, no, I'm just a simple apple girl, so I don't have
let's
any ulterior motives here.
Right. Let's also clarify that both of you look like Katarina right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like an important detail.
Yeah, but I'm telling the truth.
Right.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stakes are high there. I'd actually like to start with Emmeline, I think. Are you cool with that, Nox?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. So I might set some scene aspects this time because I have been failing on that front to set some scene aspects. What are some important things in this scene? Is there like a carving in the tree?
If there is, Emmeline didn't carve it.
Okay. Yeah.
A cat hair on my face.
Anything else?
Well, I don't know how scene aspects work, but we're on a hill, so we've got a view of things.
Yeah. They might not even come into play, but they're like things that you could potentially use to spend fate points to like boost rolls and stuff.
So, I mean, we've got like a good view up here then, which
yeah.
I don't know, depends on what happens.
I might tie it in with what I was just like a comfy. I feel like it's comfy here. Comfy view. Anything else? I think that's good. You can do that. I put the aspects in a little box on the Roll20 screen so that you can see them.
Wait, what about like a light breeze? Can that be a scene aspect?
That's an aspect of Mariel everywhere she goes. She just produces her own light breeze. She's like fucking Beyonce or some shit.
I feel like maybe I might even make it. I might make it the billowing skirt, and that might come into.
Oh my god, kill me now.
It's always billowing, like
it is. That's what I'm saying. Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like we're in a vacuum in space. Mary, what the fuck is with your skirt?
Right.
And it's like, is it like sunset at this point, kind of?
It's getting there. It's like late afternoon now. It's not quite evening yet, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're getting there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do really quickly? Just recite your goals for folks at home. I know we should have done that. Or maybe we'll do it when we get to each person's scene. So we'll just do Emmeline's for now. Just say your goals.
Done.
So I have 2 goals right now. I must prove that I am still a reliable knight of the Glasslands. I will stop the incursions from the Ringwood. And I must mend my relationship with Mariel. I will convince her to help me with the incursions on the Glasslands.
Perfect. And that is what you're going to try to do, I guess, in this scene.
I guess you'll find out, GM.
I guess I will. Okay, so I think what just happened at the end of the last episode is that she took your hand and sat down in the grass. And I think we start with sort of the episode opening, and I think it's actually black at first, like if this was a TV show, and you can just hear the breeze and like the rustling of like leaves and stuff as it like fades in, and then we just see like a shot of like blades of grass just like delicately like swaying in a breeze, and then we pull back to see Marielle sitting with her cross-legged looking out towards the castle, and then we see Emmeline, this big. Were you wearing your armor?
No, I took it off.
Right. Okay.
I'm wearing comfortable and stylish traveling clothes.
Got it.
I gotta look good.
Are you looking out, or are you looking at her?
I imagine I'm probably sitting back against the tree, and I'm facing out to look, at the view that's before us.
And she just takes a deep breath and lets it out and says, I always love this view.
Yeah, it's a view of the kingdom. Anyways, and I look at Marielle. I'm not here for the view, Marielle.
Oh.
I have business that I need to conduct, and I need to ask your help for something. And I turn and I face her and I go to grab her hands.
Okay. And as soon as you say that it's a business, you see like her face kind of fall. I thought you came here to, I don't know. And she like looks up at you from like under her like eyelashes. And I thought you wanted just to see me and maybe spend some time.
I drop my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of look down at the grass for a second, and I look back up at her and make eye contact. Marielle, we have had this discussion so many times. You know that the amount of time that we can spend together is extraordinarily limited, and that every moment that I am up here with you on this hill and not tending to my duties brings great risk to myself and to you.
But why? Why do you bring this risk upon yourself? Are you really happy?
Listen, I want to ask your help. The Glasslands are being attacked by creatures from the Ringwood, and the amount of information I have is limited, and I am somewhat stuck in the Glasslands, taking care of things there as they happen. I need somebody on the inside. Can you help me?
And her eyes go wide. What could I possibly do?
You can be places I can't be. You can listen. You can be my little spy.
That's what you want from me? And she was leaning sort of in your direction, and now she's leaning the other way. I'm not a spy. A spy for what? For that lord of yours?
No, it's for me.
Who is demanding you to do? This is something that you want to do yourself?
Yes. Why do you think I entered into the knighthood in the first place, Marielle? I'm sorry if you don't understand that this is something that's important to me, but this is one of my duties, and protecting the people of the Glasslands. It's something that it's not something I have to do, but it's something that I want to do.
I don't see why. Is it dangerous? What are you asking me to do?
No, it's not dangerous. I wouldn't ask you to do anything dangerous. What I want from you is to just listen.
Okay.
and to watch. And if you see or hear anything unusual about why things would be coming out of the ringwood and attacking the glasslands, anything at all, even if you think it means nothing, I want you to tell me.
Oh my gosh. She gets up, sort of like wringing her hands, and walks a few steps away towards like the edge of that, like, I think we described as not like a cliff, but there's sort of like I guess it's like an outcropping a little bit, and looks out at the kingdom. You know, I never wanted to get wrapped up in all of that. That's why I've always stayed in here. I thought, and she gets this sort of smile on her face, and she gets almost bashful, and she looks back at you. I had this dream about the lake, deeper in the Bright Woods, the Ash Lake. I don't know if you remember. It's beautiful there, and I've had some friends head out that way. They've begun to build. And I don't know, maybe this is crazy, but I thought maybe you would grow tired of the knighthood. Maybe you would come with me. It would be so much simpler.
I just look at the ground away from her, and I'm like holding back this grin. And there's like suddenly this like a lot of tension in my body, and my shoulders get stiff, and
yeah.
What
the lake glistens. It's beautiful.
No. Why would you think I would go to the lake? Why would you think I would leave my responsibilities behind?
I don't know. I thought after last summer, I got all these ideas about you and me. I don't know. Oh, it's so stupid. I don't.
No, you're not stupid. Why can't we just be like this?
Because I want more.
So what you're asking me, and I kind of stand up abruptly. So what you're asking me is to leave behind what I've worked so hard for, because you want to retire next to a lake that sparkles nicely in the sun?
Doesn't it sound nice? I don't know.
There's a lot of nice things in the world, Marielle. That doesn't mean we can chase after all of them and leave behind our responsibilities. I don't know what you want from me, and I throw my hands up, and I turn around, looking in the other way with my arms folded, and I'm contemplating leaving.
I love you. I want to see you more.
Without turning around, I say over my shoulder, I don't love you, Marielle.
Mm. Jeez.
And I just walk off. I start walking down the hill. I don't wait for her to respond.
Um,
And I'm angry.
ooh. Are you still gonna try and like get her to come around, or?
I'm going back to my tent.
Jeez. I don't even know if there's any kind of.
That scene took a turn.
Do you? Okay. Do you want? What do you want from the scene? Do you want to at least leave some kind of impression on her?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's the intention.
Ideally, what would you want her to at least get? I don't know how much you'll get from her, but like ideally, what would you want from her? Because you can still follow your goal, like in some way. I don't know if you can get everything you want out of that goal yet, but
well, what I want is some drama. But what Emmeline wanted originally was her help, but at this point, just to kind of like talk it through, at this point, like she's so fucking flustered by this whole situation that she just doesn't know how to respond at all. So the way that she's going to respond is just to run off.
okay.
I don't know how to wrap
I
that
don't
up.
think she'll like lose her feelings for you. But I think you could maybe at least convince her that she has to take your job more seriously, and maybe she'll come around to help.
Yeah, that's thank you, Joel.
she won't lose her, but like you'll have to roll for this. I'm just thinking about what
okay. God, my track record with these rolls is just.
I know the dice loves.
I believe in you, though. I really believe in you here.
Try not rolling all minuses.
Yeah.
That's some really helpful advice, Dylan. Why didn't you give that to me during character creation?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's
really-
a flawless plan.
So what would I
helped
roll
both
for this?
Um,
I guess you decide. Roll for being a shit.
of them.
you were being really like stern.
Is that
Command.
I thought I put that. Did I not put that back in here?
No, there's no. You have intimidation, and I don't think you were scaring her.
Oh, but wait. Oh, but command turned into intimidation.
Yeah, because it wasn't conveying that it's actually about like being forceful and like kind of mean, which is actually what it was about. I really think, and I've been trying to like figure out ways to use other skills other than resolve all the time, but in this scenario, it really is about your resolve. So I'm going to say that you roll your resolve.
Well, that's not too bad. It's
Okay.
not my worst
So
skill. I didn't get to use my musicianship at all. I should have whipped out my little lute.
You should have, but you didn't.
Play a tune while you walk away.
Mario got too serious too quick.
It's okay.
Move away with me. I love
She's
you.
a-
Ah, fuck.
Wow.
Hold on, I need to play a song.
You have a relationship with her too.
Yeah,
Right around. Oh, she's only rank 2.
she is one of my NPCs.
Gotta say, this scene hits so close to home on so many levels.
Ugh.
You guys, it is just my autobiography. Anyway,
Okay, I'm gonna
Back
set the
to the
difficulty.
At least you don't have to roll dice for any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Real life. I don't know if that's good or bad.
So you have 2 relationship aspects with her. You have one that is that she loves you, and you picked an interesting foil to this in that she also hates you. You picked both. So I think she's gonna sit with those hateful feelings if you fail this roll, and she's
Okay.
yeah.
there.
And my hindering aspect is that I love Marielle as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that plays
Yeah.
into that.
So you lied.
I know. I don't want to compel you to obviously if you're not gonna leave your job because
I mean,
that's stupid.
compels give you fate points if you accept them.
They do. But
What would you compel me to do?
I don't think there is something like without like making you do something really dumb.
Well, you can always turn down a compel, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to compel you though. because I think you can roll and succeed here.
Okay, well that's not too
That
bad.
is like almost the best she could have done with her resolve roll. Gee, so sorry.
But I mean, my resolve is a +3, so I mean, having a roll against a
Okay.
4 is not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
Um,
won.
So can I get a I already forgot how to play this fucking game. Can I get a bonus or a benefit or something?
Invoke an aspect, right?
You can use one of your aspects
Yeah.
and spend so you spend a fate point to use one of your aspects and tie it into what you've done, basically.
Okay.
You've got married to your job
Yeah,
as one of them,
married
right?
to your job.
Yeah. I think that works.
You know,
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't know that really applies here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a fate point to use that. My
Yeah.
rolling luck isn't super great, so might
Yeah.
as well get all the
I really hope
bonuses
you
I
succeed.
can. Okay, so the modifier then is +1.
Yes. Bear in mind, and maybe I should say this just to set the whole tone for the game, is that if you fail with one skill, you can technically try again with another tactic. I'd like to maybe try doing that a little bit more as we move forward. But if you keep failing, things get worse and worse and worse, but you can try again with other skills.
Gotcha.
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my loot out if I fail with this.
Yeah. Serenade her into submission.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. And then difficulty 4.
Mhm.
Intention. What is my intention?
To get her to,
Not hate me.
it's not even that. I think it's bigger than that. I think it's to appreciate that you are committed to your work.
Motherfucker. I swear to God.
I was so sure you were gonna.
Dylan. Who snorted? We got a snorter. Is that a beer?
I'm so sorry.
I can't fucking.
that was
I can't.
so-
Poor Eveline. Oh my god.
Can I start
She's
rolling
a-
physical dice? Because
She's like a rank.
I
She's
never
a
roll well in
rank
Roll20.
2 character. Like she has her resolve base stat is a +1. Oh my god.
Holy
Can I?
Oh my God, Dylan.
I want to throw you a lifeline here.
I need
So
all the lifelines I can take.
you could walk away from this scene and she will be kind of pissed at you. Or you can try another skill and try another tactic. Or you could take a consequence instead of the failure condition.
What is a consequence?
It's kind of like a wound, but like it's a way to sort of like avoid failure, and instead you take like a negative aspect
Yeah.
on your character.
It becomes a new aspect.
That is not positive.
Be compelled against you.
Yeah.
Well, you
That
can,
sounds fun.
you can
Let's do
theoretically invoke a consequence, right? If you can come up with a way that it applies, but they tend to be explicitly bad for you. It's really hard to do that.
So the way that they work is that there's 3 different levels of consequence. There's a mild one, which is like they all have a number assigned to them. Mild is a 2, moderate is a 4, and severe is a 6. And basically, so if you fail by like 1 or 2, you would take a mild consequence. If you fail by 3 or 4, you would take a moderate consequence. And if you fail by like 5 or 6, like lower than the number, then you would have to take a severe consequence. So in this case, you only failed by 1, so you'd have to take a mild consequence. Can I say that the consequence would be something like you feel
Heartache.
guilty? Yeah, like heartache or guilt or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think that fits I think it's appropriate to the situation.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to write it into your character sheet, there's a section for consequences. It'll be under the mild slot.
Okay.
Yeah, you were.
So just heartbreak? Is that what we're gonna call that? Heartbreak or guilt?
Yeah,
Guilt
it's some.
for rejecting Marielle's statement of love and walking away. Does that seem like that works?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a little red one.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a little consequence token, which means I got a free compel on you at some point.
Ooh.
That relates to that sort of like thing.
Okay, well that'll be fun.
But hadn't you used one token though to roll?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't delete your one.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
There we go. Thanks, Amir. Okay, so you're walking away
Mm-hmm.
and you hear this really feeble wait. And she comes down the hill and she's looking at you and her eyes are a little bit glassy. I know this is important to you. I'll think about it, helping you.
Thank you. You know where you can find me.
Do you want me to come to you?
Yes.
The tent?
Yes. Or you can... No, don't come to my tent. Don't approach me in the middle of the festival.
Okay, then what should we do?
After the tournament, I will come meet you here again.
Okay. A couple days then. And then she kind of gets awkward because she was probably going to hug you, but then doesn't because it's tense. And she kind of just wrings her hands again.
I feel awkward because I'm not really sure how to say goodbye in this situation. I kind of like rub the side of my arm and look off to the side. I have to be back.
Right, yes, of course.
I'll see you in a couple days.
Okay.
And then continue to traipse off down the hill back towards my tent.
Cool. Well, that was a scene. You kind of got what you wanted, though. So, cool, awesome. I'm really interested to see where that that goes. Let's jump to what's kind of pressing imminently. So the camera goes from one place that's sort of closer to the kingdom side of the woods and like pans through the trees and lands in this sort of like deeper part. And we hear the confused voice of Piotr going, Katerina, what is the meaning of this? Looking at Belladonna's Katerina figure.
Hell no.
Should we set some scene aspects for this before we jump in?
Sure.
Two Katerinas a scene aspect?
Is it? What do you think? Do you want that? I'll say, why don't each of us make one so that there's three?
Okay. God, I hate that I'm going to do this to myself, but I think getting on toward dusk should be a scene aspect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like it's getting a little bit later now.
I want to say that it's very secluded,
okay,
and that there's no one remotely in sight.
I was kind of in that sort of zone too, so I'll think of something else. Secluded?
Yeah.
I'll add in my little detail to that. And I will say, God.
Oh boy.
Yes, he is.
Piotr's terrified.
Absolutely petrified.
And he does. So Piotr looks at Belladonna and goes, "Katerina, what is the meaning of this?"
Piotr, that is not me.
And he sort of starts scrambling backwards a little bit.
And as soon as he does that, okay, so here's what I want to do.
Yes.
I take out my wand
Mm-hmm.
and I point it in his direction.
Oh, Jesus. Yep.
And so, okay, so here's how this is going to work. I want to essentially, for the lack of a better word, stasis him for a temporary period.
It's going to go so
I
wrong.
want to freeze him completely and stop time for him.
Yeah. So Katerina wants to jump in the way.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. This could be really
So you
bad.
tell me how this is going to go down. Because
Yeah.
I know that I can only use one spell with one of my skills, because that's one of my stuns.
Yep.
So it's essentially, is it calm?
I think it's like a magical version of calm, that you're calming him so much with your magic that he
That
like,
he is completely frozen.
yeah. The downside to this is that when you use magic, if you fail, the consequences are extra
Really
bad.
bad.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what you want to do to then that's totally fine.
Wait, I lost. Wait. I lost your voice for a second. Can you say that again?
Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
great. Okay,
Yeah, I just said
So say that-
it's extra bad if you fail.
okay, I'm all about that. But I sort of really need to do this because I have a plan.
Okay.
Because my plan is to just talk to Katerina.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Katerina's gonna try and jump in the way,
Okay.
and be like, "Piotr, no!"
Okay.
Like this witch is trying to kill Piotr or something.
So do you want him to, you just don't want the
I want the
to-
spell to hit Katerina instead.
Oh my god. That's all you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What I will get you to do then is I think I'll get Amir to roll calm first, because you're sort of the like aggressor here.
And then I'll be like
Yeah,
rolling
because
fitness
if I-
against that.
You will be helping Piotr roll like
Oh,
I think
okay.
you'll provide
Well-
like help for Piotr basically.
Okay, because I figured but here's my question though.
Yep.
Is the consequence is like the failure then that it hits Katerina, or is the failure that it just doesn't work at all? Because if I roll calm and it works, then if it works against Piotr or Katerina, you know what I mean? Then it works, period. And
That's-
then
I'll say that's up to Dylan to decide what the failure for you is.
okay.
Or well, I guess yeah, but it's going to be really complicated.
Yeah,
Dylan,
I mean, I guess
if you say it's you, I think I'll leave it at that.
If it fails.
I like all three of those options. Is kind of the struggle I'm running into. Is like all three of those are interesting. I have a
Do you want me-
proposal.
Okay, because
Which-
I have an idea too.
So
Um,
my proposal would be Amir rolls to see if the magic works, and
Mhm.
then I would be rolling against that to see if I can make it hit me instead. So if the magic doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, then there's a chance it hits either of us.
Right.
That makes sense? Does that work for you?
I'm just,
What's your idea?
my idea is that it works more than you want it to.
Oh, I like that. What is that?
I think what I'm going to get you to do is you're technically aiming at Piotr, right?
Yes, that's what I want.
Dylan, do you really want it to hit you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Katerina's trying to save Piotr's life here. So
Because
Oh,
she doesn't know what the spell is. That's
Yeah.
right. She doesn't know what the spell is. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Okay. Cool. I'll shelve my idea then, and I will leave it at that.
I will
If you
say, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think having failure be it hits Katerina works, because the secret ulterior motive here is that if this person who's definitely not Katerina hits Katerina with a spell, that just proves my point.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
I think there's going to be like 3 rolls here. So if you fail, Dylan, then I'll have to roll for Piotr to see if he succeeds at resisting the spell.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay, so
a great idea.
what is your idea, Amir?
No, wait, but I'm gonna wait to see who it hits.
Okay, so you're gonna roll first. Roll your
Okay.
calm.
This is going to be terrible. No matter
Do you
what.
want to add any fate? Do you have any aspects that can?
Health to the yeah. Wait, aspect? Yes. That I'm. Oh no, wait.
I don't know if that applies to magic.
No.
I don't think so. And you're not really
But I.
being overprotective. I don't think so.
No, it's not. No, I don't. I can't. Can
Yeah.
I? Can I do? Okay, so I
Unless
can't.
there's an aspect in the scene that you want to tie into the description of what you're doing. You can use those ones too.
Well, prone to trickery is going to come in a minute because prone to trickery is my showing people who they really are, right? Like, that's like-
more like your intimidation.
okay. Okay, so maybe not then, but that's my aim.
There are scene aspects, though. I don't know if any of those help you at all.
And wait, what are they? Oh, scene aspects. Getting onto secluded. Well, that it's secluded helps, right? Because
You could
then
say
I can
that
actually.
Pyotr being terrified
I think that
means
helps
that
you.
he's not thinking super clearly. He's an easier target.
Yes, and so I need to stop him and
Yeah.
actually have a rational conversation.
Yeah.
With Katerina.
I would
I'm
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
So what am I rolling against?
You're rolling against nothing because you're setting the difficulty for the other two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So calm.
Oh, a -3.
So my modifier is 1
Yeah.
because it's calm, right?
hmm
And the difficulty is 0.
Yeah.
And you're spending a fate point on this? Is that correct?
Yes, I am. Right? I'm set because it's a scene aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just using that
Okay.
scene aspect.
To stasis Pyotr.
Whew. Let's see how it
Your
goes.
first PvP.
I know.
What did I roll?
Oh
my
god.
Oh my god! No! No! I've been thinking about this for 2 weeks.
Me too, Amir.
Okay, so I'll get Katerina to roll
Does fitness sound right here?
fitness. Yes.
Yeah,
'cause I can
okay,
roll Pyotr's fitness too. Unless he doesn't need to.
Let's see.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, I mean,
But the thing is, if Dylan succeeds, you're still gonna freeze someone.
it's
Okay.
true. Do I want to spend the fate point on this?
You're gonna do a whole bunch of lying soon, Amir.
Oh, I have a whole like dissertation ready.
No, I don't think I need to spend a fate point on this. I think even if I
Okay.
fail, it will end up working in my favor to an extent at least. So
Yeah.
all right, fitness +0, difficulty -2.
You'd have to bomb this roll.
To protect my love. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's success
Yeah.
by 4.
Amir, you rolled 4 negatives, I just realized, on that roll.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, at the end of last episode, I'm like, this idea can never fail.
So is that a success with style?
It is a success with style. So
Okay.
what you get like an extra little like bonus to this for
I want-
succeeding.
I want my extra bonus to be that this does sell that Katerina is who she says she is, and that she's trying to save Pyotr. I want Pyotr to see this as like an actual act of altruism.
Ooh. Can I say that it doesn't mean that he
It doesn't mean that he can't be convinced, but I want that to be the position he's at, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I think he appreciates the gesture as that basically. Yeah. I think that works.
Because previously he wasn't sure either way necessarily who's Katerina, so I want this to be tipping the scale toward
in that direction.
toward actual Katarina.
Okay.
But then
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, I think Amir, you might have to ditch your. I think that's what the additional difficulty is that this is the point where he realizes that you are not Katarina.
Okay.
That's the failure.
Well, okay, but can I ask a question then?
Yep.
I still have the ability to transform myself or transform someone else to
Mhm.
show them who they really are.
Yeah,
Right?
you do.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens is, tell me what the spell looks like, Amir. What do you do?
So an almost colorless breeze seems to just emanate from the wand very, very quickly and start to quickly take the shape of a humanoid form. And
sorry, the freezing spell. I'm going backwards a little bit.
Yeah, the freezing spell.
Okay, yes, okay.
So it's sort of a colorless gel that seems to be like almost colorless, but you can sort of see it as it sort of looks like the molecules of the air around the wand are sort of shifting slightly, and sort of the space that it's occupying is sort of bending in and out of the proportion that it's in, and it's very quickly getting its way towards Pyotr. And as it's getting there, the closer it gets, the more of Pyotr's shape it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And as Katarina's jumping in, the shape seems to stop for a split second and then reshape itself to form Katarina's shape.
Yeah.
And then as Katarina's jumping in midair, it takes her shape and locks onto her, freezing her completely, and has her suspended in midair, completely frozen. And seemingly encased in this sort of hardened, sort of plexiglass looking shell.
Sure. Cool. And you wanted this to last for like a few minutes, basically, right?
Yes, and it's a very, very temporary spell, so yeah. I'm under a time constraint. I don't get to control how long this lasts.
Yeah. So like a little chunk of the scene coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
Pyotr goes white, and then he looks at you and goes, "You're a witch."
And I look quickly at him and go, "Pyotr, listen to me. We really don't have much time."
"No, you've been lying to me this whole time." And then he looks to
Pyotr,
to Katarina and goes,
"Yes, I have." "Pyotr, yes, I have been lying to you, but so has she. And I need you to listen to me right now. I know this is a lot to take in, and I know this is a lot to consume, but this is exactly what I was warning you about. I knew that if I came to you as the witch from the Ringwood, there was no way you were going to believe me and come with me. I had to take the shape of someone that you would trust and that you would know. And clearly, this is someone who is also out to hurt you."
"Is Rachel even in danger?"
"Rachel is in grave danger, exactly as I told you."
"I don't believe you." And he goes to try and like grab Katarina and like shake her, like, "Wake up, Katarina. We must run. We must go."
And a sudden calm comes over me, because this is not the first time I've seen someone panic like that, and I know the best way is to appear to be completely unfazed by this, even though I know he's about to slip away. And I go, "You can shake her all you want. This is a spell that's going to leave her stupefied for a little while. Now, if you want her to come back, you're going to have to listen to me. You are not safe here, and neither is Rachel, and you are especially not safe from Katarina. I know that you've known her for a while, but there are certain aspects of her you do not know. And if you listen to me, I will show you that she is dangerous. And I will show you that you need to come with me and do as I tell you. Otherwise, Rachel and you are in grave danger."
No. And he goes to like almost try to like lift her onto his shoulders.
Right. And I look at him and I say, Pyotr, how long have you known Katerina?
How long has he known Katerina, Dylan?
Probably for around as long as she's been in Bristledale, so
It's been like a year or two.
yeah, like maybe two or three.
Okay.
Okay. And I say,
Long
Pyotr,
enough, but I certainly don't know you.
and I go, Pyotr, answer my question. For as long as you've known Katerina, have you ever once seen her in the nighttime?
What does that have to do with anything, Witch?
Think about it and answer me immediately. Have you ever seen Katerina in the nighttime?
I don't... Is this another trick?
There is no trick. Do you know who I am?
No. Certainly not.
Well, let me tell you. My name is Belladonna. I am a witch, as you suspected, sent here from the Ringwood. Listen to me, there's no time to talk.
Belladonna. My mother... So here's the thing. He knows who you are because you visit with his mother, the elder, and you are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Bella... What? I don't
Your mother
understand.
knows me. A lot of the elders here know me.
But why would you lie to me?
Because I knew that if I came as myself, you would not believe me and you would not come with me. And that you would warn your mother about me, and that is not something I could have risked.
Should my mother not trust you either?
It is not about...
Aren't you an emissary? Isn't that part of the pact?
Sorry, what pact?
Between the Brightwoods and the Ringwoods,
Right.
to like be
Right.
like partners and like cooperate.
Right. Right. Totally. And I go, this is too much to go into right now. There's much to talk about, and I know there is so much you need explained. And I will gladly explain all that to you.
You've done enough explaining, Belladonna.
And then I go silent for a minute. And I look at him and I go, Pyotr, you can choose to not come with me and not do as I say. You can choose to wait for Katerina to come back to life. But do you notice how it's getting dark? I assure you that if you stay here, you are not safe. And you are certainly not safe with Katerina here. Do you want me to show you what she really is? Because I assure you, if I do, there may not be turning back.
Okay. He hesitates because he knows your reputation as
Right.
like a sage of the core.
Right. Pyotr, it is not that you or your mother or the elders shouldn't trust me. It is that at the moment, I don't know who I am to trust. But I know that there is a calling for you right now, once this festival starts, and I cannot risk you getting hurt. So it is absolutely up to you to decide whether you want to come with me or stay here and risk your own life.
Okay. Let's do a roll.
Okay.
What do you want him to follow you into the woods right now?
No, I want him to follow me.
What do you
I'm
want
thinking I
exactly?
want to get him into the woods the next day
Okay.
because I want to spend the festival figuring out how to get my child in.
Mm-hmm.
Because the trial is the trial of the knights happening that night or the night after or the day after?
It's gonna happen tomorrow.
Okay, then let's get him in tonight.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep.
But before we roll, I want to just I feel like at this point I'm looking over at Katarina and I can see the shell start to fade.
Yep.
And I know that I only have a couple of minutes to play
Yeah,
with.
this is your only shot.
Yeah.
I think maybe we see like one of Katarina's eyes like move inside of the gel, like just to look directly at Belladonna.
Perfect.
Maybe a little
And
yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, are you gonna roll your stunt is intimidation, and I think this makes sense because you're trying to scare the shit out of him anyway. You get +1 to intimidation whenever you transform someone into their deepest fear. So yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna roll his resolve,
okay.
and then you're gonna try and beat it with your intimidation. If you succeed, what do you get exactly? Just lay it out for me again. He's gonna follow you.
He's gonna listen to me.
Yeah. Okay. If you fail, he's going to be like, enough with your tricks. I'm heading home. I'm gonna like grab Katarina and head home, because you are not to be trusted.
Right.
Sound good?
And can you say it's really starting to be nighttime?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're real close.
We're getting there. Not quite though. It's still like.
I want to say like if Pyotr succeeds here, there's a chance, like not a certainty, but a chance that Katarina can get back inside before nightfall. But
Okay.
I think if Belladonna succeeds, there's no way in hell.
Right.
Yeah. So are you going to turn her into a wolf now? Is that the idea?
If I succeed, I will.
Okay. I think you can spend a fate point on getting on towards dusk to help you with your spell.
With the intimidation spell?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I would love nothing. Well, wait a minute. My intimidation is 3, and I only have 1 fate point left. And I really, I haven't even started my next goal yet.
Up to you. You don't have to use it either.
Because honestly, even if I fail, it's pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
I'm okay staying with the intimidation.
With him running away, potentially, if you fail? With Katarina?
Not really wanting to save Katarina.
Sure. Yeah, he's going to try and escape.
Right. And Right. Okay.
So we'll get there when we get there. He's going to try to escape, though.
Come on, Pyotr. Come on.
All right, I'll roll.
Pyotr, my love. Save me.
Watch him just bomb this roll.
Oh yeah, totally.
Who, me?
No, Pyotr.
Am I rolling for this? Okay.
Struggle is real. What? What are you kidding me?
Yeah, so did I not mention that I made Pyotr a rank 4 or some shit?
Yeah, he is a decent character.
Are you?
What did he roll? Is that all pluses? It's 3 pluses.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. 3 pluses and a 0. Oh my god.
What do you want to do? Do you want to use your fate point? Up to you.
Oh my god. This is some.
You still get +1 to your intimidation, though.
Do I? Why?
Because you have a stunt about doing this kind of spell where you transform people. Just scare them.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'll get +2 if I use a fate.
If you use the fate. Yeah.
But then if I use a fate, but then if I succeed, then he'll come with me into the ringwood.
Mm-hmm. Unless you do something else to try and just drag him into the woods.
I'll get this done, and then I'll get this done for the rose, and then I'll just be consumed with the knights tomorrow.
Well, you'll have a new goal, basically. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
You're gonna use the fate point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good luck. I'm so excited.
Intimidation. My modifier is 2.
The suspense is real.
And the difficulty is 7. And it's like to get Fyodor, if I fuck this up, into the window.
Oh man. Oh, you added? Did you add a plus to it? No, you didn't. You did it right.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Got 3 minuses.
Yeah.
So, it was nice playing with you guys.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Belladonna sinks into the ground in shame.
So what happens is you what does this look like?
Can I propose an idea?
Yep.
I want the spell to work,
Mm-hmm.
but I want Pyotr to think that Katerina's been cursed by the witch.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines anyway. Like this is just another trick. Yeah.
So I want to turn into a wolf, but I mean I don't.
Well, it's more. It's less of turning her into a wolf, and more of the way I think about it. The way I used to see it is sort of like the mirror in Beauty and the Beast. It's sort of like a hologram or an image of what the person actually looks like. It's sort of a mirror image of what they would be, as opposed to transforming them as is. Or do you want me to actually transform her?
I think you transform her.
Okay.
I think
okay.
especially because of the time, and you did invoke getting on towards dusk.
Yeah.
So I think even if your intention is just to show this image, like the sun goes down and the moon comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you cast the spell, the magic like arcs across from your wand or whatever, hits Katerina, and she like just starts, her whole form like twists into this like ball of fur that it becomes a wolf, and sort of collapses for a moment, and he just completely gasps and he goes, "Oh my goodness, what have you done to her?"
And I say, "No, Pyotr, I have not done anything. Thank you, who she really is."
He doesn't. I think he panics. I don't think he's going to try and help. Well, what do you do, Katerina?
Katerina like shrinks down, like ears back, tail between her legs, and just like looks up at Pyotr in fear.
So he gets the sense that you're like freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's a 100% genuine reaction from Katerina. It's just that she's freaking out about having her secret revealed, but I don't know that it comes across that way.
No, it's really not helping my case at all.
I'm sorry.
I think he sees this. He looks at you, Katerina, and then looks at Belladonna, and then looks back at you, and sort of like hopefully, like he kind of like nods his head, like let's just like run, basically. Maybe he even says, he goes, "If you can understand me, run!" And then he like turns and just starts running it towards the town.
Yeah, and Katerina will absolutely run after him. I think she stops a couple paces away and looks back at Belladonna and just snarls, and then runs off after Pyotr.
And I try to make after them, but then I look off to the distance and I see lights start to shine as people are approaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that it's no longer a safe space and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So I sort of take a moment to realize that I've full-on failed at my mission to get Pyotr to the rose. And
I mean, you could try in some other way, but like, yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna, like, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
You may find that this failure is less of a failure than you think it is.
A pretty horrendous experience. Like, I failed on so many counts. I tried to be the wrong person.
Forgot about that.
I got caught by the wrong person pretending to be the wrong person.
Yeah.
I tried to prove that they're dangerous, and so prove that I'm dangerous. Like there was nothing about that worked. And I froze the wrong person. It was just all horrible. So she sort of stalks back into the shadows and sits on a rock and tries to calm herself because her mission isn't over. There still is so much she has to learn, and she has to go back to the tavern and ask about the trial and all of that. But she takes a minute and sort of, as it gets very, very dark, she sort of whispers to her, just whispers very softly, "I'm sorry I failed you," and sort of sits back.
Yeah. And with that, you feel this like cool breeze kind of like brush your hair. And then with that, it sort of turns your direction back towards the town, and you can hear the sound of like a trumpet blare, and then you hear a couple drums banging. And I think that's where it goes black. And I think we should take our 10-minute break now.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll see what's going on with Qatar at this festival where it's going to be announced that he is the champion of the Rightwoods.
Oh my god. Qatar, please win. I really want you to win.
Okay, so stick around. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
Awesome.
Back soon.